Welcome back. Volusia County Sheriff Mike Chitwood is one of the most recognized law enforcement officers in the entire country. He says what's on his mind, which sometimes makes him a target.
Yeah, but he seems to relish those fights. I recently spent an entire day with the sheriff to see why he is like he is, and we learned that you have to go way back and you have to start from the beginning.
The philosophy in policing has to be that you as a police officer must treat anybody you encounter the same way you want your family treated.
Sheriff Mike Chitwood has been around law enforcement his entire life.
The guy floors it, takes off. So I chase him, there's a chase.
His father was a legend in Philadelphia, and the son is following in those big footsteps.
He was the most decorated cop in Philadelphia history. He had more commendations. He worked very high-profile homicide cases. He was the department's first hostage negotiator.
And the apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
He's a bum, he's a scumbag, he's a dirtball.
These scumbags are out there dealing this poison on the street.
Your father, because he was in law enforcement.
My father's
so
been 55 years in policing, and he has not given me a lot of advice when it came to law enforcement. He gives me a lot of advice on everything else. But when I got accepted to the Philadelphia Police Academy, he said to me, I'm going to give you the golden rule. The golden rule is, and you won't understand this till you get out on the street, treat people like you want to be treated, you want your family to be treated, and everything will fall in place.
If you want to sum up Sheriff Mike Chitwood's philosophy on policing, that's it. Treat others like you want to be treated. He connects with the staff because he's already been in their shoes.
You know, I was a cop. You know, I walked the beat in the subway. I know what it means. I know what it means to have a leader. But I don't think of it that way. I just think my job is to build a culture and perpetuate that culture and cultivate the future for policing. And that's what you saw out there. It's the future of policing.
The philosophy that Chitwood is preaching is also working with his new recruits.
I'm from New York, Long Island. New York, Memphis, Tennessee, Boston, Mass,
Indiana.
How many of you guys had grown up seeing Sheriff Chitwood on TV?
Oh, yeah.
Was that a determining factor, seeing somebody like him, and why so?
Oh, 1,000%. I actually was always wanted to get into law enforcement. I just didn't know if it was the right step for me. But once Sheriff Chitwood was in office, especially for the time that he was in office, I saw him do countless of incredible things.
It's funny because I actually lived in St. Augustine and I was driving here because I wanted to work at Volusia because of the sheriff. But I wanted to be here just for the sheriff, just because he's that good.
In a time when law enforcement is taking some hits, Chitwood's agency is thriving because of his law enforcement philosophies.
How do you get young people excited about this career, which is valuable? We know how valuable it is. How do you get them excited to come on board?
The first thing is we want to know what's in your heart. Because why do we do this thing called policing? It's because we care. Really, it's that simple. We care. We care about our community. We care about our fellow human being, and we want to leave it better than we found it. Now, when I get you in here, I want the people that are instructing you to be passionate.
The bottom line, what you see on TV is just the sheriff being himself.
How you doing today?
Thank you very much.
Well, I appreciate you saying that. I have some really good help. So that's what worked.
And this is just how Volusia County seems to like it.
How are you doing, my friend?
How are you?
I am doing well. How's everything going? Hey, beautiful. How are you doing?
Hi.
Good. Good to see you. If you're going to go onto this thing called chiefing and sheriffing, you got a small window of opportunity to push all of these, and progressive in a good way, things out there to make people better and build the next generation. And that's something I never, ever, ever forgot.